So anyone holding ONDO Finance, you guys are going to love this video because we had some big news come out today from NASDAQ. They are seeking an SEC approval for tokenized securities. And I'm going to break down exactly what this means, why it's bullish for ONDO, pretty much anything and everything in the RWA space. But ONDO Finance, as I mentioned early on this morning in one of my most recent videos, I think it's very, very undervalued right now, just kind of still hovering under a dollar. A lot of things happening behind the scenes. We also had some massive news today with Fidelity and Ondo. We'll highlight that as well. So stick around until the end. I'm going to get you guys, a bunch of great information here. As always, we're here every single day for you guys. Super grateful for all the people coming back. If you're brand new to the channel, lock in right now because we're getting ready for quarter number 4. One of the ways you guys can do that as we get into some of the top stories, make sure you guys are signed up for my free newsletter. It is completely free and it is the top link in the description. I'm going to be getting you a bunch of free news, information, alpha multiple times a week, totally free to sign up. And we got something really, really special brewing this week as well. So make sure you guys lock in, sign up for that right now if you haven't already. I know a bunch of people already have, but a lot of people haven't yet either. So, all right, let's get into this. Ondo Finance gains as NASDAQ is seeking the SEC approval for tokenized securities. So NASDAQ right now is pushing to allow tokenized securities that would make it the first major US exchange to bring traditional assets fully on chain. Why is this so big for Ondo? Well, they are super well positioned. They're a key bridge right now through tokenized stocks and treasuries. They're working alongside BlackRock, working alongside JP Morgan. And you'll later find out in the video how they're working alongside Fidelity as well. But since Ondo runs on Ethereum, wider adoption of tokenized assets could significantly boost Ethereum demand and Ondo demand as network activity grows. So NASDAQ has filed a proposal with the United States SEC to let tokenized securities trade on its main market, meaning shares and ETFs could be settling on chain quicker than ever while keeping the same investor protections as we have in traditional markets. So, according to all the reports, it's visible that if the SEC signs off, NASDAQ would possibly be the first major US exchange to offer tokenized settled trading, a move that could reshape how stocks and ETFs move between buyers and sellers. This could open the door for 24/7 trading, and it's going to open the door for a much more fairer system, right? So where everybody has access to this. Why not, right? This update also it was highlighted rather in a recent post from Ondo. They said blockchain tech inside the core of America's equity market at NASDAQ recently filed with the SEC to enable tokenized securities trading, a huge step toward bringing traditional assets on chain. Live on NASDAQ at Trade Talks earlier in the year, Ondo was there as a partner. So there's been some connections here for a while, right? And offering more than already 100 tokenized US stocks and ETFs. This is through the recently launched Ondo Global Markets, as well as tokenized treasuries and money market products for institutional investors. This makes Ondo a ready-made bridge if tokenized assets go mainstream, and we are fully expecting to see that come to fruition. Then this news came out early this morning. Ondo Finance, they were proud to share that their OUSG fund is the sole anchor now and largest investor in Fidelity's new tokenized fund. So Fidelity's entry marks another major milestone in the institutional embrace of tokenization. We're encouraged to see this momentum and proud that Ondo's playing a pivotal role in catalyzing adoption, they say, liquidity and infrastructure through their OUSG product. Now, keep in mind, Ondo launched OUSG back in January of 2023, and then BlackRock came out with their USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, which is BITL. They launched that in March 2024, and this introduced a meaningful step forward for tokenized treasuries. Of course, we've got tokenized treasuries, tokenized equities, and now the big talk of the town is securities. Of course, real estate is hanging there as well. We're talking about not billions here, but trillions of dollars that soon could be tokenized and brought into this new era. So ONDO said, we're proud to be the first to integrate BITL into our own infrastructure, and now proud to bring Fidelity's FDIT as a key addition as well. So if we take a look at the overall market, guys, pretty flat here today. Not much brewing. We've had a little bit of an up, a little bit of a down. We started a little over 112K this morning. We've since dialed back on Bitcoin, 111.3 right now, but we do see some runners in the market always. Story and WorldCoin up here making some noise. We've got Mantle, the Graph, Athena up here as well. And if we look at ONDO, it is one of the top movers. It's up 3% today, up to about 95.5%. It was up a little bit higher early on in the day. We did top out at around 98 cents early this morning, but we came down a little bit now, retracing back up from our intraday, in the middle of the day low, right around noon, we dipped down to about 94 cents. But I'm still looking at ONDO here at a $3 billion market cap, just knowing all of what we know, the partnerships that are right here in front of us. This is screaming value to me, right? Screaming opportunity. And here's the thing, guys. I mean, you got to put your flag in the ground somewhere, right? You can't buy everything. You can't own everything. You got to have a specific plan. My plan is very simple. With these next 4 to 6 months, I am going after the RWA sector, the US-based cryptos, and ISO compliant cryptos. This is where I think the institutional money is going to pour in next. ONDO, to me, is one of the clear favorites to have a huge boost as we progress in this bull market. So sign up for the free newsletter, guys, if you haven't already. If you want to come trade with me, crypto.com is a huge sponsor of ours. We've also got BidFi and a new sponsor, WEEX. So check out WEEX. You could become an exclusive VIP member right now, and you're going to get a free Ethereum airdrop when you start trading with me over at WEEX. All these links down below in the description. Shout out to all of our great sponsors, and we'll see you guys in the next video.